Okay, I'll get quick because I really am in a bonnet and I didn't mean to be, but here we are. I was currently working on a video. Like, I made a whole video today and I still am gonna go back and edit, but just in case something, in me tells me, hey, just hold off on that one, then I'll hold off and I have this one to go by because I actually wrote what I wanted to say. But, what I've been learning, especially within this period of my life, this year, the biggest takeaway I've taken from working towards my desires and goals and dreams and wanting more for myself, and not only trusting it but actually acting in it, is that you need to spare yourself a grace. You need to start prioritizing you, in a sense, or better yet, what a straight away I just came across it. Basically, you need to take a break. You need to take a break and give yourself a reward for the work you've done. And that's one of the biggest things I could not get in my head for the longest time. Like, I was like, yeah, this is me taking a break, I'm taking a break, and not ever fully take a break. Never, award myself of the hard work I've done. Even if it's like I'm not receiving no money or the attention or whatever the case. Even if I'm not getting the end goal of what I want, still give myself something for being dedicated to just wanting to do it in the first place. And, sticking it through and working towards it. And with all that being said, I realized growing up, at least for myself in my household, I love my parents and everything, but we weren't really blessed with the opportunities to be, I didn't grow up with allowance or having luxuries as random shopping sprees, or just really even sometimes we weren't even able to go get McDonald's. And those who know, you got that McDonald's money? No? All right, then keep it quiet in the back seat. You got food at the house. So because of that, I've never been taught to work in I've never been taught to balance how to work, how to go about things, and make sure I am taken care of in the process, as well as acknowledging my efforts and my milestones and just the journey I've come across in that. So yeah, I know a lot of people who grew up basically you got punished if you did something bad, but if you did something good, it was expected of you. That's the mentality I still kind of have, and I'm working on it. I'm learning to outgrow it and become better for my future and those in the future ahead of me. But those who have that mindset probably can relate to this way better than most people. It's just because we've never ever sat down and in a sense been told, hey, that's good enough, thank you, proud of you for that. I appreciate you just getting from A to B, and you're not even on D, E, F, it goes all the way to Z, but good job, I see you getting to A to B. You know what, for that, here, treat yourself or something, or, hey, take a break, and fully take a break, because that's also another thing, I had to learn how to reset my mind to be able to actually, sit and do nothing, and that for me is so hard, because, I'm used to, feeling pressure, especially from parents. And it's a challenge in itself when you want to be better and they don't get in there looking at you differently, but it's because they don't understand. But when you just relax and give yourself a chance to have a sound mind and reset and just put all that work in business and desires, all that away, and right now just be what do you want? Do you want that ice cream in the fridge? go get the ice cream, you know? I'm proud of you. You did good enough. Or, you know, take a moment and just turn off the phone and just sit in silence and just allow yourself to be present and feel seen by you, you know? Like, understand that you're a human being and you don't have to run yourself down like a corporate manager who doesn't even check in with their employees. Just be the one that checks in for you. Bring all your attention, like, front and center, and be there for you, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Another thing is, like, learning how to basically enjoy the journey that you're on. Because these years, I don't know why, they feel like they just flown by, and I haven't had a second or a chance to really just enjoy them. Like, everybody's like, all right, let's take advantage of this. Like, you know, we're all gonna start businesses, and we're all gonna, like, you know, grind even more. People are coming out with different ideas. For me, it was like, you're gonna work on your music, you're gonna write, you're gonna sing, you're gonna produce, you're gonna practice, you're gonna go in, and then also you got your other stuff like fashion. I wanted to start getting to create websites, get knowledge, learn, like, you know, just on the go, and not even like give yourself time to, like, hey, this also was a time to breathe. This also was a time to just sit down and just, hey, okay, you know, all them things you went through in your past, let's crack that book open a little bit, shall we? Shall we go and investigate and just, how are you feeling, you know? And that really bit me in the butt, especially the beginning of this year. And I think I talked about it on one of my videos, like one of my like first videos, probably the third one, maybe, I don't know. But I talk about how I feel burnt out and I couldn't get myself back into like being able to work again. Like, my schedule really, it started from, I woke up at 4, worked out 6 and all the other stuff, and I didn't go to bed till around 12. And I was doing that every day for 4 or 5 months. Like, and I loved it though, because I love being productive. I love feeling like, you know, I'm putting myself in the best position possible and doing the best I can. And to be honest, looking back, that wasn't the best I can. The best I could have done was, hey, let's do a different schedule to where you learn how to balance life and work. You learn how to take care of yourself and be able to wake up on time. You feel me? Like, you know, and that was such a, really, it was such an eye-opener to finally get to a point where I literally got so burnt out that I couldn't do anything. And I noticed I was falling to kind of sadness. I don't really like to claim depression, but you could probably easily be like, those are kind of signs of something's not right. But yeah, it was just, it took me to get to the lowest to see what I was doing wrong. And I knew, like, the thing is, I knew that I needed to take breaks. I needed to just have a moment to just breathe and reset. I needed to, you know, enjoy doing nothing and not feel like I have to do something. And being in this environment, living with my parents and everything, kind of is a challenge because you have to fight against what you're hearing. Anytime you feel like you finally can take a break and basically, like, not pay mind to what other people's opinions are of you and be mindful of you in that situation and what you need, which is a challenge, but it's something that helped when I finally got it. And it's like, no, like, because Saturdays are my day of rest. People go to church on Sundays. I basically do it Saturday. It's called Sabbath, and we observe it from literally sunrise to sunrise. So sunrise from Saturday to Sunday morning, and I'm not supposed to do anything. And it's funny because that's the one day I'm supposed to rest, just give myself what I need, and, you know, rest. And, you know, because the creator said hey, this is my day of rest. I want you to rest with me and do it in mindful being of me, you know? And I always felt like I was working. Even during that, like, I couldn't get my brain to stop. I couldn't stop doing stuff around the house, because then it's like, oh, well, since I'm not working on my computer, now I have time to work on things such as just like doing laundry and cleaning up, and like wanting to schedule like what I was gonna eat, like stuff. Like, I couldn't get myself to stop, and I was lying to myself, making myself think, yeah, you're resting, you know, you are like doing things in the sense of being able to take a break. Like, this is nothing compared to what you were doing during Monday through Friday, whatever the case is. And that was a lie, because it was, in fact, it was never a break to begin with. And that, just make sure you are taking a break and giving yourself to be like sound, like, what is it, with a sound mind, and just turn off all your engines, basically. Don't die. Don't go nowhere. But just shut yourself down to where you could just be alone and be present and feel how you're feeling. And that's something I wasn't able to do, and now, you know, I'm learning how to do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was also something else. You shouldn't feel bothered by not like, what is it? Things shouldn't have to feel so hard when you're doing them. And what I mean by that is, this video, for example, right? Not this one, but the one I was working on while I'm talking about this. I'm doing it, editing it, it's going smooth, and then all of a sudden, you know, storage starts acting up, computer starts acting up, random stuff. My computer ain't no, like, cheap computer. It's, like, the 2020 model. So it's, like, it's up to date and everything. It's just acting like, I don't know, like it can't hang for some reason, all of a sudden. When moments come where you just kind of feel like, there's a difference between feeling like you have to persevere versus when you're forcing things to happen. When those moments come and you feel like you have to force things to happen, please step back. Please, if nobody told you, stop. Stop what you're doing. Exit. Close whatever it is. Come back to it in a couple hours. Because things shouldn't have to feel so hard to where you feel like you're gonna have a psychotic break, or you can't think clearly about what you're doing, and think in the sense of like your intentions behind how you feel. So if I'm getting frustrated with me like wanting to sing a note, right, and I'm like not hitting my high C that I want to hit, I'm going to cause more damage by me forcing myself trying to hit it versus me stepping back and allowing myself to just approach it later. Like, reapproach it in a better mindset, better time, when I feel at ease with things, and ease my way back into trying to get it. Because now you have this, like, basically you have this, like, battle going on. And it's with you and yourself, and whatever else. Could be you, yourself, and the computer. But it's something that, like, it's, in a way, I feel as if it's a sign that you need to rest, in a sense. Like, you don't have to go to bed, but if it's late at night and you're trying to force something, and it's not happening, at least if it's due the next day, go watch something. Watch something, engage with something that's gonna make you laugh, smile, kiki, ha ha ha. Like, allow things to come with ease. Allow things to come without pressure. Allow things to come with your good intentions behind it, and the willingness to be patient with it. Could you ever try to force a child to do something that they was not going against? How hard would it have been if you allow that child to take their time to get there. And how much more understanding would you have with yourself and that child if you allow them to slowly be guided towards it? Got it back. If things are coming off as hard, step back and really try to analyze and figure out why it's becoming such a task. Because things I figured out when things are getting hard, and why, like my whys for most of them were because of the fact that I was trying to get to my destination so fast, or I was trying to get somewhere that I didn't need to be yet. And it's me basically getting in my own way and missing out on something that I need to learn before I come into either knowledge, terms, or whatever condition that I'm trying to get into. And the intention isn't to be happy or to be pure at heart. It was like, I want this because, I need this because everything's telling me I need this, and I just need it done. Like music, especially things you love. And I love creating, making, singing, performing. I love music. I really love making a song because that's the best way I could not only show off my skills, but showcase who I am as a person. So when it came to songs and the pressure, hearing everybody oh, you're in music, but let me hear something, let me see something, let me you need to put out. And then my dad, and it's all out of love though. I never mistaked anything anybody really said out of hatred or whatever. It comes from a place of love, but it's something that feeds into an ego that you need to be mindful of. And my ego was telling me, you're not working fast enough. You're not working hard enough. You could pull an all-nighter and get this done. Why can't you get this done? This needs to be better quality, this and this. And mind you, I ain't never done this another day in my life. What I learned yesterday, I didn't know the day before. And what I knew today, I definitely didn't know yesterday. It's all steps leading into itself. So when you're going against something and you're having such a force attack you, you're probably not even enjoying the journey. You're not even understanding what's going on and why you can't get it. And it's like trying to set something up on the computer and be like, why is this not working? And you start getting impatient. The only reason you're impatient is because you're trying to hurry up and get the end results without actually understanding what it takes to even get there. What it takes to even get to the sign-in page, basically. So, if something's hard, figure out your why for it. Take a step back. Breathe. Learning peace and happiness is more important than your destination. I think that's kind of, in a sense, self-explanatory. But, I think when you go down that solo path of not only trying to figure yourself out, but when you're going after your dreams, right? I think the main thing you learn, and I'm still on my journey, I ain't saying I'm finished, hold up, but I feel one of the main things you learn that gives you so much peace to where you feel like you could do anything is literally learning who you are. Learning why you are the way you are, breaking down who you are, and getting to a place where out of everything, even if everything goes left, you can walk away and be like, it's okay. If it's not today, it's tomorrow. And not tomorrow, I could wait. I'm not here trying to rush life. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to learn and pick up all these things, but keep my head facing forward as I go. And that is, it's something I wish I would have learned a long time ago. And actually understood what that meant. Because what it means for me is is the world is on this timeline over here, right? I'm cruising. I'm cruising on the 405 with the top down, windows all the way down, and got the orange freeway lights over my head, and I'm playing my music. Like, it's a different vibe, it's a different pace, it's a different approach. It's catered to me. Everything is catered to me. And when you work out of like things that don't have peace, things that don't bring you happiness, it's not catered to you. Life should be catered to everybody who participates in it. The person who goes to bed at night that says, I, me, that person, I, me, myself, you need to cater life towards that person that says it. So if that didn't make any sense, you, like, cater life towards you. It's so easy to be deceived by everything too. It's crazy how the whole world will try to convince you you're not working hard enough, you're not grinding hard enough, this generation's soft and sensitive. I mean, were we supposed to be stones? Like, was I supposed to be a brick? Because obviously I wasn't born as one. So it's just, take life easy, take it peaceful, make sure you cater it towards yourself. And I said a sound mind can make rational decisions, but a chaotic mind isn't even aware of what a decision actually is. So, long story short, when I was not giving myself no break, when I was not allowing myself to breathe, I had 10,000 thoughts all running in at once. I have a song where I'm singing that, but like, I really do. But it's chaos going on in your head. It might be quiet, peaceful all outside, but you got so much going on. It's you trying to worry about this, do 10 different things all at once without actually. And it was my main reason why I felt like I could start doing a project or doing a task or doing something, but I get caught up in like, that's a good idea, but that's a good idea, but that's a good idea too. And it's like, I will get caught up in a situation where I want to do 3 things all at once, but I can't because I'm only one person. But it's like, if I can multitask and you pull out another arm, this be the time to do it. But, and with that, like, you know, I have multiple different fields I'm also interested into as well. And that, having all that running in my head was hindering me and hurting me, and it was an ego as well that it was feeding into. And I would catch myself wanting to go to bed and I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't, like, there's a lot of times where I wake up in the middle of my sleep with the whole idea and sketch it out. But there's times where I have to make myself so tired I pass out. And if not, I have to take some like sleeping NyQuil or whatever to make me fall asleep. Don't be like that. Please meditate, take care of your mind, write out your thoughts, and all that comes from, really, it stems from feeling like you're not heard, feeling like, you know, you haven't been listened to, and you're not listening to yourself either. And the way I dealt with that was I journaled like crazy. I'd done it for probably like 3 years, and I'm not saying that was the only thing, but it was that and praying, having a moment in the day where I was just quiet at least. And if I couldn't be quiet, like, my mind was focused on just one thing, like making food or like breakfast early in the morning. I might like have a slight little discussion with me, but I'm just watching myself make stuff and get into that and letting that be a routine. And then once I needed more, I went into before I would go to bed at night, I would move my pillow and lay flat and just like I wouldn't have anything on me, and I just lay flat, and I just like, really, I'd be laying flat on the floor, to be honest. But it's like I lay flat and just like sit, just do nothing, just think about nothing, or imagine like what the rain might sound like, just giving my mind a chance to be mindful, to just be present with myself. And as well, like, listen to yourself, understand who you are. But I feel like both of them play hand in hand. Sorry, I kind of went back and forth. But giving yourself the opportunity to just really just be there for yourself. And if you don't have anybody who, has the ear to actually listen to you, because look, I get it. I have loved ones, but sometimes it does feel like you're the only one in the room. So I get it. But talk to yourself then, like, and everybody's gonna be like, you talk to yourself? Yes, I do. I'll admit it. And I ain't nothing to be scared of, because if anything, am I not my own best friend? Am I not at least my friend to myself? Am I not dealing with me daily? Don't I know what I'm going through better than anybody else? Except for you, creator. But like, you get it. Like, you're the one going through all these things. So why would you not understand you the most? So why are you not addressing things that you need to address and help you with it? And I get it, because some things are painful. Some things are, I don't want to deal with that. But if you don't deal with it now, if you don't deal with at least that one thought that keeps popping up in your head, you can't have peace, because you will let things slide. You won't give yourself the opportunity to be vulnerable. And wow, no, facts. Wow. And that's something I had to learn. You're robbing yourself of moments of where you get to put your feet up and somebody listens to you. Even though it's you deserve somebody listening to you. And everybody's situation is different. So you need to be the one that, take out a notebook and write down, so what are you feeling today? And talk it out with yourself. And just like feel as if you're at least speaking. Feel as if, you're not going unnoticed to yourself. Because it's easy. It's easy to act like you don't exist. It's easy to act like you don't feel nothing. It's easy to just ignore, like literally to just be numb and just be on autopilot and go. Sometimes it's great when it works in your favor until it catches up to you and you're in a really deep down hole and you don't know how you got there. Listen to yourself. Trust me, you will need to listen to yourself. You need to be your own backboard sometimes. And you need to be the one to be real with yourself too. Like, if I eat that, it's going to make me feel insecure because I don't like the way I look. Well, why don't you like the way you look? Well, because, Okay, well, we can do something about it. If you don't want to do nothing about it, relax. It's not like it's the end of the world. You ain't gonna die. No? Okay. Why do you even feel this way? And just go down the rabbit hole with yourself and just give yourself understanding, because at the end of the day, nobody may ever fully get what you're going through, but you get what you're going through. And for those who need more, even if you don't believe in a creator existing or whatever, just imagine there's somebody listening. You can't see them, but they're fully right there. Just imagine someone's fully right there and they're asking questions like, what's wrong? And be honest. Be like, I feel sad. Why do you feel sad? Just give that to yourself. Yeah, yeah, I really covered everything, I believe. So that's just something I want to say. This went on way longer than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be 10 minutes. This is 30 minutes, but or it's around that time. But you deserve a break. Give yourself a break. Understand you are worthy of a break. You are worthy of a sound mind. Give yourself a sound mind. You are worthy of peace and happiness. Give yourself peace and happiness. And also, you are not on anybody's timeline but your own. So set things according to you and your pace of what you want and on your type of your life curated to you and things that work best in your favor. Not in somebody else's, but in your favor. So yeah. That's all I gotta say. Just wanted to share that just in case, somebody may have needed that. And take my words with a grain of salt if you don't want to fully apply them. Just hear me out in those sense. Because you never know. You never know down the road something might trigger and be like, ah. But yeah. That's it.